Deforestation and its effects on biodiversity. Introduction. Forests are the lungs of our planet, providing vital ecosystem services that sustain all life on Earth. They are home to an incredible diversity of plant and animal species, many of which are yet to be discovered. However, the alarming rate of deforestation around the world poses a grave threat to this natural treasure, with far-reaching consequences for global biodiversity. In this article, we will explore the issue of deforestation, its primary drivers, and the devastating impact it has on the delicate balance of ecosystems and the rich tapestry of life they support. The extent of deforestation. Deforestation, the permanent removal of forests and woodlands, is a global phenomenon that has been accelerating at an unprecedented pace in recent decades. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, the world's forests have shrunk by an area the size of South Africa over the past 3 decades, with the majority of this loss occurring in tropical regions. The most significant deforestation hotspots are located in the Amazon basin, the Congo basin, and Southeast Asia, where the clearing of land for agriculture, logging, and urban expansion has taken a heavy toll on forest ecosystems. In the Amazon, for example, the rate of deforestation has increased by almost 50% in the past year, raising alarm bells among conservationists and policymakers. Drivers of deforestation. The drivers of deforestation are complex and multifaceted, with both economic and socio-political factors at play. The primary drivers include agricultural expansion, the conversion of forest land into cropland and pastures for livestock is the single largest driver of deforestation worldwide. This is particularly prevalent in regions where small-scale subsistence farming and large-scale commercial agriculture coexist. Logging and timber extraction. The demand for timber, both for construction and as a fuel source, has led to the unsustainable harvesting of forests, often through illegal and unregulated logging practices. Infrastructure development. The construction of roads, dams, and other infrastructure projects in remote forest areas has contributed significantly to deforestation, as it facilitates access and enables further encroachment. Mining and resource extraction. The extraction of minerals, fossil fuels, and other natural resources from forested regions has resulted in the destruction of large swaths of habitat. Urban expansion. The growing demand for land to accommodate expanding urban centers and associated development has led to the clearing of forests, particularly in developing countries. Poverty and lack of sustainable alternatives in many parts of the world. Deforestation is driven by the need for subsistence farming, fuelwood, and other forest resources by impoverished communities with limited access to alternative livelihood options. The impact on biodiversity. The loss of forests has a devastating impact on global biodiversity, as it disrupts the delicate balance of ecosystems and threatens the survival of countless species. Habitat loss and fragmentation. Deforestation directly leads to the destruction and fragmentation of natural habitats, forcing species to adapt to rapidly changing environmental conditions or face the risk of local extinction. As forests are cleared, animal populations become isolated in smaller, disconnected patches of habitat, making them more vulnerable to predation, disease, and environmental stressors. Species extinction forests are home to an incredible diversity of life, with the tropics being the most biologically diverse regions on the planet. The high rates of deforestation in these areas have led to the rapid loss of species, with some estimates suggesting that up to 137 species are lost every day due to habitat destruction. Many of these species are yet to be discovered, and their potential contributions to medicine, agriculture, and other fields remain unknown. Disruption of ecosystem functions. Forests play a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of ecosystems, providing essential services such as water regulation, soil conservation, and climate regulation. The loss of forests disrupts these functions, leading to a cascading effect on the entire web of life. For example, the deforestation of the Amazon has been linked to changes in rainfall patterns, increased soil erosion, and the loss of important pollinators, all of which have significant implications for the region's biodiversity and human well-being. Loss of genetic diversity. Forests are repositories of genetic diversity, containing a vast array of unique and adaptable genotypes that have evolved over millions of years. Deforestation threatens this genetic diversity, as it reduces the overall population size and isolates remaining individuals, limiting their ability to interbreed and maintain genetic resilience. This loss of genetic diversity can have far-reaching consequences for the long-term survival and adaptability of species. Conservation efforts and solutions addressing the issue of deforestation and its impact on biodiversity requires a multifaceted approach involving various stakeholders, including governments, international organizations, local communities, and the private sector. Strengthening protected areas. One of the most effective strategies for conserving biodiversity is the establishment and expansion of protected areas, such as national parks, wildlife refuges, and nature reserves. These areas provide safe havens for endangered species and help maintain the integrity of entire ecosystems. However, the effectiveness of protected areas depends on robust enforcement and the active involvement of local communities in their management. Promoting sustainable forest management. Sustainable forest management practices, such as selective logging, agroforestry, and community-based forest management, can help balance the need for forest resources with the need to preserve biodiversity. By working with local stakeholders and implementing best practices, it is possible to meet the demands for timber and other forest products while maintaining the health and resilience of forest ecosystems, improving agricultural practices. Transitioning towards more sustainable and climate-smart agricultural practices, such as precision farming, agroforestry, and regenerative agriculture, can help reduce the pressure on forests and promote the conservation of biodiversity. By increasing yields on existing farmland, these practices can help meet the growing demand for food without the need for further deforestation. Promoting alternative livelihoods. Providing alternative livelihood options for communities that depend on forests for their subsistence can help reduce the drivers of deforestation. This may involve the development of ecotourism, sustainable forestry, and the promotion of non-timber forest products, all of which can generate income while preserving the integrity of forest ecosystems. Strengthening international cooperation and policy. Effective global cooperation and policy frameworks are essential for tackling the issue of deforestation. This includes the implementation of international agreements, such as the Paris Agreement and the Convention on Biological Diversity, as well as the development of robust national policies and regulations that prioritize forest conservation and sustainable development. Conclusion: deforestation is a global crisis that threatens the very foundations of life on Earth. The loss of forest ecosystems has a profound impact on global biodiversity, disrupting the delicate balance of nature and jeopardizing the survival of countless species. Addressing this issue requires a concerted effort from all stakeholders, including governments, international organizations, the private sector, and local communities. By promoting sustainable forest management, improving agricultural practices, providing alternative livelihood options, and strengthening international cooperation and policy, we can work towards a future where the world's forests are protected and the rich tapestry of life they support is preserved for generations to come. The time to act is now, as the future of our planet and the diversity of life it sustains hangs in the balance.